Hi, my name is Lacey Platt. I'm a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life. My certification is through the Center for Obesity Prevention Education at Villanova University. And I am so excited to do this webinar today and explain to you how simple healthy eating really can be. So I'm going to start with my story and how I got into this. So I'm a mother of four. I have three daughters and a son. And like everyone, every baby I had, I gained some weight, and I didn't really realize how out of control it had gotten. I guess it just kind of over time slowly happened and just kind of snuck up on me. And after my fourth child, I had 60 pounds to lose. And I very vividly remember going to the store because none of my pants would zip up after my fourth child. I remember going to the store and standing in the dressing room holding up these huge pants and thinking to myself, I cannot believe that these fit me. And right then something switched in my head and I just decided I had to do something. This had gotten too out of control. I actually sat down in the dressing room and started to cry when I realized that I had let it go this far. And I immediately came home and talked to my husband and told him that I had to do something right now. So I immediately started researching, and I was so fortunate to find this amazing program on Facebook. I already had the mindset. Whatever clicked in my head that day in the dressing room, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I did know whatever I did, I was going to do it 110% forward. So I jumped in with both feet and took off on the program, and immediately the weight started to come off. I started to feel better about myself. I had actually kind of slipped into a state of depression before. I was overweight and not feeling great about myself and not having a lot of energy, ordering my kids around to do things that I should have been doing for myself. And so I had finally realized I was starting to feel better. I was starting to have more energy. I noticed that I was up playing with the kids, running around, which I hadn't done in quite some time. And by the time I got a little ways into the program, and the education part was so exciting to me, everything about this program was just so exciting to me. And I thought it would be so selfish for me to keep this to myself. So I jumped on board and decided to start health coaching, and I haven't looked back. It has been such a blessing in my life. It has helped me grow so much as a person. It's helped my confidence, and it's just so rewarding to be able to help people reach their health goals. It's so inspiring when I get a call from a client that's seeing numbers on the scale that she hasn't seen in years, or one of my clients is off their blood pressure medication or their high cholesterol medication, and it's just such a rewarding job, if you can even call it a job. Anyway, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I'm excited today to talk to you about how healthy eating can be made so simple. I'm going to try and share my screen here. Okay, so this was my before and after picture. So on the left there is when I had 60 pounds to lose. That was after my fourth child. And the one on the right is me now. And I'm living life to the fullest and loving it. So I want to talk a little bit about the health crisis in America. So in 1985, the Centers for Disease Control started keeping statistics. So by 1995, every state in the US had stats. And you can see by the blue colors that somewhere in the 10 to 19% range for obesity in the nation. The scary thing is, fast forward several years to 2010, and you'll find that most of the country is in the orange color, which is 25 to 30% or more in those states. So we're definitely on a downhill spiral there. All right, here are some USA Health stats. 2 of every 3 adults in our country are overweight, and 1 out of 3 are obese. And the thing that really startled me is the fact that 1 out of every 5 children are now facing obesity. 25 million Americans have diabetes, and 79 million are pre-diabetic and may not even know that yet. My next slide is kind of a funny picture, but it makes me kind of sad. So is this really evolution? And I know that's a funny picture, but the sad thing is that's where we're headed. I mean, statistics show us that's exactly where we're headed, and that is a scary thing. We've really got to take control of this. First off, I want you guys to think about your health goals. Maybe you have a goal to eat healthier or to increase your physical activity. Maybe you need to reduce stress or be able to sleep better. All of these are things that affect our health. Just think if you could physically do anything or you had all the energy in the world, what would you do? Would you want to run races like my crazy husband? He runs the marathons, and no, he's not crazy. It's really fun to support him in that. But would it be just playing with your children, riding a bike, or just being able to go up and down a flight of stairs and have your breath? And then my favorite part of this is who else would benefit from your getting healthy? And that's a thing that I didn't really realize. My bad health habits were affecting my entire family. So once I started this program and started implementing it in my whole family, I mean, I couldn't have any junk food, so I didn't have it in my house. I'm not a strong enough person to have it in my home and not eat it. So I had gotten all of the junk food and everything out of my house and started buying healthier treats and a lot of fruits and vegetables for my kids to snack on. And I had a very proud mom moment when we had a huge gathering with friends and everybody had brought treats, and there's just treats, every kind of imaginable treat on this table. And my kids were actually eating the fruit when they could have chosen a brownie or a cookie or whatever was next to it. So it has been really fun to see the transformation in my family as well, not just me. So, and then if you could choose optimal health, would you choose it? Okay, let's talk about some matters of health. I want to give you some really good tips that you can implement in your life right away. One of them is wake up and eat within the first 30 minutes. Many people do not realize this. They may not be hungry when they wake up, and they may not know that jump-starting your metabolism is so important. But eating within the first half hour of waking up will signal to your body to stop storing fat. Let's get our metabolism going first thing in the morning, and then even, the same importance, let's keep it going. Eating every 2 to 3 hours after you wake up will fuel your body properly, keep your blood sugars balanced, and keep that metabolism burning strong. And we all know that that leads to more calorie burn, so yay! And this is a concept not only important for weight loss, but also for weight management and blood sugar balancing as well. And I have a lot of people say, eat every 2 to 3 hours? What do you eat? And it's just small protein carb balanced meals 5 to 6 times a day. And probably a lot of you have heard that before, that eating 5 to 6 times a day is the healthiest way to eat. And I'm going to talk a little more about that in a bit. But next is the importance of drinking water. And we recommend people drink half your weight in water. So for example, if you weigh 200 pounds, you're going to want to drink 100 ounces of water. And that's just a great rule of thumb to keep in mind. I always tell people, don't drink your calories and sodas and juices. Get your water in. It's going to be a lot better for your health, and it is so important. And then let's talk about why time matters. Why should we want to eat 5 to 6 times a day? And actually, a gentleman named David Jenkins did a study at the University of Toronto on the low glycemic eating. And what he did was he actually took 2 groups of people. They ate the same number of calories, the exact same foods, okay? Exact same foods, same calories, everything. One group ate 3 times a day, and the other ate 6 small meals a day. The group that ate 6 small meals lost more weight, they were less hungry, they reduced their cholesterol by 15% and reduced their blood insulin by 28%. This is why it is so important when you eat during the day. The chart shows what happens when you eat low glycemic fuelings 5 to 6 times a day. Those meals are only going to spike your blood glucose and insulin right around your baseline. It is so important to do this for your health. If you were to eat 3 high glycemic meals a day, you would experience huge blood glucose spikes every time you ate. Then what happens is the body has to pump in insulin to combat that, to bring them back down towards the baseline, and this is not a healthy cycle. You want to keep your blood sugar steady and even. And also another thing is combinations matter. We talked about eating 5 to 6 times a day, protein carb balance. A lot of times people think that they would have to eat like chicken or some kind of meat 5 to 6 times a day. And who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. Protein comes from so many other sources. And here are just a few examples. There's eggs, Greek yogurt, low-fat cheese, nuts, and then there's the obvious fish, poultry, and meats, cottage cheese, beans, and even sometimes people even use protein mixes. And these are all awesome protein sources that you can use throughout the day. A lot of times when you hear carbohydrates, people automatically think bread or rice, but carbohydrates also come from a lot of healthy choices. Such as fruits, berries, vegetables, low-carb tortillas, whole wheat toast, high-fiber crackers, steel oats, a lot of different things you can use for your carbs. And fruits and vegetables won't spike your blood sugar as much as things like bread. So combinations really do matter. Each time you eat throughout the day, choose a protein and choose a carb and pair them for every meal. One thing I'm a big believer in is the portion-controlled meal replacements. The ones we use with Take Shape for Life are already balanced for you. They have the proper amount of protein and carbs, so it's an easy option for a healthy fueling. And don't think that every time you're fueling your body, it has to be for taste or emotional fulfillment. No, try to look at your food as fuel for your body. Each meal does not need to be a gourmet meal. That would be completely exhausting. Nobody has time for that. Well, I don't anyway, running, but so your plate matters as well. Let's talk about really great concept that helps people stay within healthy perimeters. We call this the 9-inch plate in Take Shape for Life. As you can see, half of your plate should be filled with fruits and vegetables, a fourth would be protein, and a fourth would be your starches. And I love this visual. Excuse me, this visual, it's an awesome one. A 9-inch plate is much smaller, obviously, than the plates you'll probably see at the restaurant. Those are usually 12 to 24 inches. Sorry about that. Here's an example of what your plate could look like. So 5 ounces of chicken, a half a cup of asparagus, a cup of spinach, a half a cup of cherry tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of Italian dressing, a half a cup of brown rice, and all of that totals 438 calories, okay? So here's an interesting fact about the restaurant portions. Most Americans would have 2 cups of brown rice, and just that 2 cups would be more calories than this whole meal right there. And right there you would double your calories, and we definitely don't want to do that. Let's talk a little bit about the glycemic charts, and I can send these slides to anyone that registered for this webinar, so don't worry about taking any notes. So sugar matters within each food group. Take, for example, your fruits. We talk about glycemic index where 100 is pure sugar. We talked earlier about how your body responds to pure sugar. You eat that, your blood sugar goes sky high, and then your body has to pump in insulin. So it's better to more often choose foods that are lower on those charts. Some of the good low glycemic choices are berries, apples, nectarines, peaches. Some of the higher ones are pineapples or mangoes. And one question I get a lot is, you mean I can't ever eat a pineapple again? And no, of course you can, but maybe in a fruit salad or something, so you're not eating a whole pineapple at one setting. And go ahead and pair it with some protein. And then let's go to vegetables. This is one very interesting to me. I want to point out carrots because carrots are found in both the low and high, and a lot of people have questions on that. But when they are raw, it's a 30, but a cooked carrot is actually an 80. So I always like to point that out, that cooking a food can change the composition of the food. So eat vegetables that are both raw and cooked. A huge part of our amazing program is a support, and support really does matter. Here at Take Shape for Life, we are very serious about the support system that we have in place. We want to make sure that everyone feels supported in their journey, whether weight loss or just eating healthier. In Take Shape for Life, we offer health coaches, Facebook support groups, nutritionists, dietitian support, doctor and nurse support calls, and weekly client support calls. We want to make sure everyone is supported on their journey. And also, like I said a few times before, education really does matter. You might have known people that have lost all their weight and then gained it all right back. We really want our clients to have the proper education to know how to create long-term health goals. It's really about rewiring our brains. Our curriculum really focuses not just on learning about food and exercise, but how to deal with the triggers and how to make better choices to create better habits over long term. And we're going to help you reach optimal health. I always tell my clients that reaching a number on the scale is really just a side effect of becoming a healthy person. When you reach that number on the scale, it doesn't end there. A simple, safe program matters. No matter if you are wanting to lose weight or learn to eat healthier, it's important to find a program that's going to help you get there in a healthy way. One that is going to protect your lean muscles and give you the proper nutrition and vitamins that your body needs. So ask yourself, do you currently eat 6 small protein carb balanced meals per day? Have you tried to make changes on your own and failed? Are you getting the proper nutrition? And do you need help? So if so, I would love to tell you a little bit more about Take Shape for Life. We have our clients start by practicing with just 1 meal a day. This is the whole concept with protein and carbs together. So 5 to 7 ounces of lean protein, chicken or fish, or another example I mentioned earlier, and 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables. It's good for general health to have the bulk of your healthy veggies come from more non-starchy options like salad, tomatoes, and green beans. There are a lot of good non-starchy choices. Simple nutrition is really important. One of the biggest reasons why people find it hard to get in 5 to 6 small meals a day is because they are so busy and always on the go. This is why fast food is having so much success in America today and why we're on our downhill spiral. We really want people to have easy, quick nutrition. If you're wanting to lose weight, you will use 5 meal replacements a day. If not, and you're just wanting to be healthier, then it would be 2 to 3 meal replacements. They are quick, healthy, grab-and-go meals. The Take Shape for Life meal replacements are the right protein-carb balance to naturally burn fat and protect lean muscle. Here are some of the examples. There's the brownie, the mac and cheese, and some shakes. We have been recommended by 20,000 doctors since 1980, and all of our research is done at Johns Hopkins, so you really know it's safe and effective and has been medically researched, and we have that to back it up. So one other thing that is great, that we are an American company. We own our own research development, manufacturing, and warehousing right here in the USA, so you know the standards are high and it's not food flown in from another country. All right, so I wanted to have a few clients on, but no one could make it on tonight. And this isn't really just about reaching a goal on a scale. It's about a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. And there are a lot of examples of people who have found success with this program. Just so you know, Take Shape for Life isn't just about weight loss. It's really an optimal health program. We want to help you to not just lose weight, but be able to reach your health goals, whatever they might be. Here are some of our success stories. You can see Deborah lost 75 pounds, Jackie lost 60, Chelsea 30 pounds, and this doctor lost 123 pounds in 9 months. That's incredible. And a total loss together of 199 for Molly and Carl. All right, so you might say, hey, I'm ready for a healthy eating makeover, or so what's next? All you have to do is raise your hand or call, text, email me. My phone number is 435-231-1276. My email is lacy@healthisthebestwealth.com, or you can go to my website, which is www.healthisthebestwealth.com. We can get your order placed, get your educational materials and your healthy meal replacements, and I would be your free health coach helping you every step along the way. And I think it's important to, as I showed you, our evolution, we're going downhill fast, and I think it's important to take a moment and think about who else in your life needs help. Our goal is to eradicate obesity in the United States, and we really need to open our mouths and talk to people we know about getting healthy. We all know people who will be able to benefit from a healthier life, or whose lives will actually be saved. And so if you found this webinar helpful, feel free to pass it on to someone you know who might benefit from it. Also, we are always looking for new health coaches to help our cause of getting healthy. America is huge and it has a lot of obesity, so we're always looking for anyone that would love to help. So if you or someone you know might be interested in helping others, please feel free to contact me, and you can go to www.healthisthebestwealth.com, and I hope to hear from you soon. I hope this helped out. So thank you for watching.
What would it do?